welcome back, and welcome back. Today we are going to make my shortcut to Salisbury steak meatballs. This is a real quick, simple, easy meal. We're going to have dinner ready in 30 minutes or less, all right? We're going to use some Worcestershire sauce, black pepper, granulated onion, garlic salt, Mrs. Dash, some Italian seasoning, a can of mushrooms. These are the meatballs that I will be using. I get these from Costco's, and that's a pretty big bag, as you can see, 6 pounds. We'll use whatever meatballs you like. That is a cup of red onions, and I'm going to be using this beef gravy. Here is your shot. Let's get cooking. All right, the very first thing I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put about a tablespoon of olive oil in there. And we're going to get these mushrooms going. You can absolutely use more if you want. And we're going to get those onions going. And this is what's going to give the illusion that we made everything from scratch, which is absolutely nothing wrong with that. We're going to go in with some garlic salt. We're going to put in about a tablespoon of that. We're going to go in with some of that granulated onion, same amount, about a tablespoon. Mrs. Dash, tablespoon. Some of our Italian seasoning, a tablespoon. We're going to also put in some of that black pepper, about a tablespoon of that as well. And then we're also going to go in with some of the Worcestershire sauce, and we're going to put, I would say, maybe 2 tablespoons of that. All right. And then we are going to just let this baby, it would have been helpful if I would have gotten a cooking utensil. And we're going to let this saute up. We're going to give this about 3 minutes. All right. We're going to let it go. It's going to still continue to cook some more once we start adding in other ingredients. Okay. So I'm going to let this go for 3 minutes. I'll be back. All right. This has been cooking for 3 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and add in some garlic. I didn't show you that. I'm going to put in 2 heaping spoonfuls. I would say that would be close to 3 tablespoons. We're going to get that incorporated in there. I'm going to let this go for another minute, and then we're going to add something else, okay? All right. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, now we're going to get those meatballs in there. And I'm telling you, this is the greatest fake-out meal when you are trying to get your family a nice hot meal on the table. You don't have time to make things from scratch, not everything. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with this, okay? Sometimes you have to take a shortcut. It ain't called Things Made Easy with Gigi for no reason at all. Now, we could absolutely make these meatballs from scratch, and I have. But when I want to get a quick meal on the table, I want my family to have something delicious. Nothing wrong with taking a shortcut. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many meatballs I'm eyeballing this, but I am going to make a nice little amount. Okay, that looks about it for me. So I'm going to let these go for about 5 minutes, and then I'm going to put that gravy in. Okay? All right. I'm just kind of stirring it around, getting all those flavors on those meatballs. And if you add those flavors that I just put in and I showed you, it is going to make a tremendous, I mean, huge difference in the flavor. Trust me. All right, so we're going to let this go for 5 minutes, all right? And I'll be back. There is one more thing that I'm going to add to this, and that's ground mustard, okay? And that's about a tablespoon. And I'm just going to empty out the rest of this container. Got to get some more of that. And this has been cooking for exactly 2 minutes. Yes, it has. Look at how good that looks. Yum, yum. You'll never be able to tell that we did not make these from scratch. Those are some really great meatballs. And like I said, I get those from Costco. And like I said, use a brand that you're familiar with on the meatballs when you get the ones that are pre-made. One that you are comfortable with. I'm going to let this go a couple more minutes and I'll be back. All right, I just put all 4 of those cans in here. And you'll understand once I start plating this up exactly why I wanted all that extra gravy. So I'm going to let this simmer on a medium-low for 10 minutes. I want all those flavors to get in there, get to know one another. I want it all the way through that gravy. So I'm going to let this simmer. I'll be back in 10 minutes. All right, there she is. You can't even tell those came from a bag. Yum, yum, and yum. I put them over some egg noodles, made a little bit of green beans, threw a little cornbread muffin in there, and dinner is served. Isn't that a delicious looking plate? Just sprinkled a little parsley for pretty. Things made easy with Gigi. All day, every day. Please like, subscribe, and definitely feel free to share. There she is. Everybody be blessed and stay safe. Gigi's going to see you on the next one. Take care, you guys.